Think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is just a movie? No. Its blueprint was a real man named Ed Gein. Here's his real story. Wisconsin, 1950. Ed Gein, a middle-aged farmer, quiet and obedient to his mother. His neighbors called him Harmless Ed. His life revolved around two things: working the farm and obeying his mother. Until she died. Narrator. And this is where the wires in Ed's mind started to snap, one by one. But his mother's death wasn't the final blow. Years before that, Ed's brother named Henry also died. His death was also shrouded in mystery. Some say he burned in a farm fire, others say there was a fight between them. The police never reached a definitive conclusion. Ed's loneliness was now complete. The two only people in his life were gone. And there was no one to watch over a mind that was step by step crossing the boundary of reality. This is where Ed's dark journey into the depths of madness truly began. Ed's first victims were the dead. Neighbors noticed that fresh graves in the local cemetery were being secretly opened. Corpses disappeared. But no one suspected Harmless Ed. At night, with complete shamelessness, he would go to the cemetery and collect his raw materials like merchandise. For Ed, these dead bodies were what gave him peace. Because the living were the ones his mother hated. And now he had to hate them too. When the police opened the door to Ed's shack in November 1957, looking for a missing local woman, they were faced with something that shocked even veterans. There was no refrigerator here, just several human hearts in a bucket. On the shelves, no cans of food, but tin cans labeled tongue and nose. But a few things made Ed's case legendary. A nightgown made from a woman's skin, a belt made of female nipples, complete face masks, and most famously, lampshades made of human skin. When Ed was arrested, he recounted everything with a terrifying calm. It was as if he was talking about repairing a car. He described how he skinned the bodies, how he separated the organs. But about his motive, he only said one thing: I wanted to be close to her. Her meant his mother. Psychiatrists realized Ed believed that if he wore a woman's skin, he could transform himself into his mother. This was the sickest form of reaction to loneliness. The police and psychologists realized Ed wasn't a typical serial killer. He was more of a grave robber. He stole corpses from the cemetery. Why? Because after his mother's death, his mind had developed a sick idea: if I can wear a woman's skin, I can become my mother. Every piece he collected was an attempt to complete the puzzle of the mother he had lost. They call this twisted love. Gein spent the rest of his life in a mental institution, where he signed autographs for reporters. Isn't it strange? The real monster became a subject of curiosity. Narrator. So next time you watch a horror film, know that real fear comes from a lonely, isolated mind, not from a chainsaw. And that, perhaps, is the scariest lesson of all.